A young Scottsdale couple drove up north to celebrate 1 year of being in love. But their campsite turned into a murder scene. And more than 15 years later, the killer is still out there. CBS 5's Brianna Whitney shows us never before seen evidence and what detectives believe went wrong in the investigation.
They were so young and just starting out in life.
Less than 2 miles off the busy I-17 highway is Bumble Bee Road. And for 16 years, detectives have been trying to figure out what happened to a young couple who was camping here just overnight for their anniversary. It was their first and their last.
She always had a smile on her face. As a matter of fact, she sang at my wedding.
She was 19 years old. Lisa Gurrieri's life was picture perfect. She sang in church, worked at SRP, and was in love with a 20-year-old ASU student, Brandon Rumbaugh. The couple lived in Scottsdale.
I always thought of Lisa as my own.
Her uncle, Mike Gurrieri, helped raise her after Lisa's dad died of cancer.
He asked you to watch over Lisa?
Yeah.
It was October of 2003. Lisa and Brandon wanted to go camping to celebrate 1 year of dating. The plan? Head up to Bumble Bee Road Friday night with the white truck and be back Saturday morning. Lisa knew Uncle Mike would worry about her safety, so she asked her mom not to tell him. Lisa never came home.
So you didn't know she had gone up there?
No. Aunt Craig's crushed me ever since.
As day turned to night, Lisa and Brandon planned on stargazing, then going to sleep. But instead, they were shot dead. And of all the evidence collected at the scene was a disposable camera. And now, for the very first time, we're seeing the last pictures that were taken on it.
The camera looked like it had been thrown away from the truck, and it was found by some rocks.
Do you think the person who killed them tried to throw the camera away to destroy evidence?
Well, it's a good possibility.
Frank Barbaro is a lieutenant with the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office. He was at the crime scene in 2003 and is still working the case. Even broken, he says detectives were able to develop several pictures on that disposable camera. They found a solo picture of each of them in the truck. The last pictures on the roll. But before that, there are blurry pictures of a CFL light in some kind of building. Detectives still don't know where those were taken or where the couple was before they parked for the night. But Lisa and Brandon had another camera with them, a video camera.
We never located that thing. So we found the camera case, but we never found the video camera.
And you know what kind of camera it was?
Yeah, it was a VHS camera, and we know everything about it, even the serial number.
So you think the person who killed them took that video camera with them?
Absolutely.
And a rare weapon was used for the murders, a .25 caliber handgun. That gun was nowhere to be found, and still hasn't been. Detectives needed to know why this young couple was targeted.
Normally, people are killed by somebody they know.
And that's where they started. When the two went missing, a group of guys went searching and found the truck with the dead bodies inside. A group Brandon and Lisa knew.
If they're not involved, they are involved as far as they know something.
Mike went to question one of them soon after the murders. The man he believes might have had a reason to kill.
What would have been the motive?
He wanted Lisa. He wanted Lisa bad.
To be with her?
To be with her. I was on my way. I was in my truck. I was headed to the freeway. I got a phone call saying that he wasn't there. The place was wiped out, clean.
And that's when he says YCSO botched the investigation with that man.
The family believes there was a person of interest who was talked to and was only cleared by a polygraph test. And then that person skipped town. Is that true?
He moved to Washington, I think, and they went and did a polygraph and cleared him, but you know, I wouldn't clear somebody just based on a polygraph.
But was he?
Well, he was cleared by them. Nobody's cleared by us right now.
Cleared by them, you mean Washington authorities?
No, by the detectives that were working on the case
From YCSO.
from YCSO.
So do you think you guys should retest him and re-question him and re-evaluate everything about him?
Everything's on the table right now.
But there's something that's been nagging at the sheriff's department for years.
I like to read, I like to research. I think the more time I spend with it, the more I'm not willing to give up.
Deborah West is a cold case volunteer with the department, focusing on this case to help Lieutenant Barbaro. She doesn't believe Lisa and Brandon knew their killers at all.
I'm leaning more toward a random. Whether it's someone, the purpose was to break into the truck, steal the truck, whatever, and we're surprised by the people in the back.
And for the first time, we're learning there's a reason to believe that may have been the case. YCSO has been investigating a theory behind the scenes, one that's hard to ignore. Just 6 months after Lisa and Brandon were killed, 2 men from Yuma were camping in Crown King, just minutes away from Bumble Bee Road. They were shot dead too, and their truck was stolen. That suspect committed suicide after being found in Colorado.
6 months later, we had a similar type of crime where 2 people are shot for their vehicle to be stolen.
Odd.
It's very unusual. It never happens here. We don't have any physical proof of it yet, but it really surprises me that these would be completely unrelated.
West says the focus now is DNA testing items from the crime scene they haven't before.
Brandon's pants, the jeans that were there. It's very possible that the perpetrator looked through the pants.
And Lieutenant Barbaro will be questioning people again, even if they've been cleared.
It always comes back to somebody.
These are the last pictures of the couple alive. Their final night together, the last piece of evidence authorities have.
Do you think this will be solved?
Yes.
And Lisa's family can only hope he's right. Because for 16 years, her silenced voice has made everything feel very wrong.
So, yeah, it's been a pretty horrible thing. My father had a saying, it is what it is. But I don't think that goes for murder.